In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a curious boy named Oliver and his faithful companion, a clever dog named Rusty. These two were inseparable friends who spent their days wandering through meadows, discovering hidden trails, and splashing in the cool waters of the stream that ran past their home. Rusty was a remarkable dog with a coat of copper-colored fur that gleamed in the sunlight and eyes that sparkled with intelligence and warmth. Oliver treasured every moment with his loyal friend. One beautiful morning, when the sky was painted in shades of blue and gold, Oliver and Rusty made an exciting decision. They would venture into the ancient woodland that lay beyond the village, a place whispered about in local tales but rarely explored. Oliver filled his leather satchel with provisions: crusty bread, fresh cheese, a canteen of water, and an old compass he'd inherited from his grandfather. With everything ready, the two adventurers set off toward the mysterious trees that beckoned in the distance. As they stepped beneath the forest canopy, the world transformed around them. Songbirds filled the air with melodies, and a gentle breeze caused the branches overhead to sway and whisper. Dappled sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating patterns of light and shadow on the forest floor. The pair followed a winding trail deeper into the woods, their excitement growing with each step. After some time, they discovered a crystal-clear brook bubbling over smooth stones. It seemed like the perfect spot to pause and refresh themselves. Oliver sat on a moss-covered rock and unpacked his food, breaking off pieces to share with Rusty. They both drank from the cool stream and listened to the soothing sounds of the flowing water and rustling leaves. Then, breaking the peaceful silence, they heard something unexpected, a faint, desperate chirping. Looking around carefully, they spotted a small bird with feathers like spun gold, tangled helplessly in some thorny brambles. The poor creature had injured one of its wings and couldn't free itself. Oliver moved slowly and gently, carefully untangling the delicate bird from the sharp thorns. He cupped it softly in his hands, while Rusty watched with concerned, attentive eyes. To Oliver's amazement, the bird looked up at him and spoke in a sweet, clear voice. "You've saved my life, kind boy. My name is Shimmer, and I come from the enchanted heart of this woodland. If you'll help me mend my wing, I can guide you to places you've never imagined." Though startled to hear a bird speak, Oliver didn't hesitate. He tore a strip of soft fabric from his shirt and fashioned a gentle splint for Shimmer's injured wing. The grateful bird perched on Oliver's shoulder as they continued forward, with Shimmer pointing the way. Before long, they emerged into a breathtaking clearing they never knew existed. The hidden glade was carpeted with wildflowers in every color imaginable, and at its center stood an enormous, ancient oak tree with gnarled branches reaching toward the sky. What made this tree truly special was a carved wooden door built into its massive trunk. Following Shimmer's instructions, Oliver approached and knocked 3 times. The door creaked open slowly, revealing a warm, welcoming space inside. There stood a wise, elderly gentleman with kind eyes and a silver beard. He introduced himself as Willowbeard, the protector and keeper of this enchanted forest. Willowbeard greeted them warmly and expressed his gratitude for their kindness to Shimmer. He invited them to sit while he shared fascinating tales of the forest secrets: plants with healing properties beyond imagination, ancient trees that remembered centuries of history, and luminescent flowers that turned night into twilight. Oliver and Rusty listened with wide eyes, captivated by every word. Using special herbs and natural remedies, Willowbeard prepared medicine that healed Shimmer's wing completely within moments. Overjoyed and restored, Shimmer insisted on showing the adventurers more of the forest's wonders. They encountered deer who spoke in gentle voices, discovered springs whose waters shimmered with inner light, and watched butterflies whose wings displayed colors that seemed to dance and change like living rainbows. As the afternoon sun began to sink lower in the sky, Oliver realized they needed to head home. Willowbeard and Shimmer walked them to the edge of the magical realm, but not before presenting them with a parting gift, a small pouch filled with enchanted seeds. "Plant these in your garden," Willowbeard explained with a knowing smile. "They'll grow into something special that will always remind you of today's journey." Oliver and Rusty thanked their new friends warmly and promised they would return to visit. As they made their way back to the ordinary forest toward their village, their hearts were full of joy and wonder. That evening, Oliver carefully planted the magical seeds in the garden behind his house. Within days, extraordinary plants began to sprout, flowers that glowed softly when darkness fell, casting a gentle, otherworldly light across their yard. Soon, everyone in the village heard about Oliver and Rusty's incredible adventure. Neighbors would gather in the evening to admire the luminous garden and listen to Oliver recount their journey into the enchanted forest. From that moment forward, Oliver and Rusty never stopped exploring. They sought out new paths, discovered hidden places, and created countless more memories together. They learned that magic wasn't just an enchanted forest. It was in the bond between friends, in the courage to explore the unknown, and in the kindness shown to those in need. And so, Oliver and Rusty continued their days filled with wonder and friendship, always knowing that their next great adventure was waiting just beyond the horizon, ready to unfold whenever they were brave enough to seek it out.